Do you want to improve your golf game whilst at the driving range and use your time productively? In this video, we're going to show you exactly how to do that. And we'll give you a little spoiler, guys. This isn't how to do it. Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson. Welcome back to Get Good at Golf. On this channel, we try to help you get good at golf Monday right through to Friday. Guys, if you want extra content, if you want giveaways, if you want meetups, make sure you do check out our memberships for Sunday Club. But today we are focusing exactly on how to improve here at the driving range in winter. Done. Just when you think winter is over, it comes back to bite you. Chris, how are you?
Very good, yourself.
So Chris, what we're doing today here at the driving range?
So guys, we're going to be talking today about how you can improve your practice, help you get better, ready for the season. The season's, well, hopefully it's not long away, depending on the weather.
It is rain out there, by the way, everyone. So
a couple of puddles out there, but we want to give you a structure to your practice so you can start to come here and actually use your time worthwhile instead of getting on here. If you've got a TrackMan range, getting on here, picking a driver pretty quickly, getting on there, setting up a driver, going to practice, straight onto the range. And we all know what happens. You come straight on here, you go straight for the driver. You might hit a couple of wedges, but there's no real structure to it. So you go straight onto club, right, I'm ready, I've hit 2 shots, I'm onto the driver. And then it becomes the competition of who can hit it the furthest. So we want to give you a set routine. You can come down here. You don't necessarily need as many golf balls as you expect. And you don't need to be here for as long as you think. Unless you want to be here for longer, then you can certainly do that. But we're going to go and get some balls now and show you how many we need. So, basket on.
Do you need it ready, boys? Studio?
It's nearly there,
nearly
yeah.
there,
Hopefully next week. Fingers crossed, famous last words. Right, so we've got the options here. So we've got 50, 75 or 100. 90% of people will go there. We're actually going to go for 50.
So guys, the first thing Chris is going to do here is actually segment the balls for his practice. So work out exactly what he wants to take from today's session. He's going to think about, do I want to work on my wedges? Do I want to work on my iron striking? Do I eventually want to work on my driver? If you do eventually want to work on your driver, you're not going to start there. You're going to have a warm-up, which we're going to show you. You're going to work through your irons a little bit. Then eventually you will start to think, right, now it's time for the driver. What pre-swing and what in-swing principles am I going to work on to do that? So you can see we've set up 2 lots of 10 here. That's almost half the ball's gone if my maths is correct.
Close enough, yeah. So we split those first of all into 2 lots of 10. So first of all, what we are thinking about is we want to get some hand-eye coordination. We want to get some strikes. We want to start off with something like a sand wedge, a pitching wedge, anything in there, and just pick a target nice and close. But make sure when you're doing this, you pick a target so we can start to see, are you starting the ball on line, or are you losing them to the right? Are you losing them to the left? Then as a result, when we move up to your irons, we can start to see, is the pattern the same? Do we then need to do something to help you with your alignment? And you're already practicing more productively. There are a lot of people who just hit one here, one over there, and there's no real feedback. They're not concentrating on what you need to get. So first club up would be, for me, I will normally go to a 56. So just get something in here. And again, I'm just going to start to get that set up. Start with something short. So this pole straight in front of me is a good target. It's going to help me with my alignment a little bit because that's where the mat is pointing. I'm going to make some swings, and we're just focusing on now, again, just contact. I'm not trying to hit it full straight away. I'm just going to work towards that one. So they're nice and easy, a little bit right. So I need to think about that, right? Why has that gone a little bit right? Make sure my aim's good. Come in again, hit the same shot. And that one now is straight on it. So just a little bit of an adjustment. So there, I've hit 2 good strikes. Now what I'm going to do is go a little bit further than that. So I'm going to change target now. I'm going to go a little bit further than that. There's another pole, probably another 30 yards further. So now I'm just building up to around about a half swing. So from there, half a swing. Started a little bit left. Got a lucky bounce. We've got very much a members bounce here on the driving range. So bring another one in now. I'm starting to get this swing a little bit longer. I'm starting to get looser, as some would say.
Loose as a goose. And guys, we're not going to go through each ball here and talk you through it. But basically, this is something which a lot of the best players in the world do. This is something which Tiger Woods does on the driving range, the first 10 to 15 shots, they're not really even a target. It's just something that's a distance and just trying to loosen up and get your muscles working.
Yeah, and that's the thing there. We're trying to get you contact. We're trying to get you to build up to where we want to be. So we're going to say that we've hit those 10 shots now, because we're not going to...
And they were all delightful, Chris.
They were all perfect. They were great strikes, all on target. No worries. I'm going to build up now and go towards a mid-iron. So I'm going to go to something like an 8-iron, if James has got one of those in his bag. Or a 6-iron, as James has got in his bag. So we're straight in here now. And again, we want to think about how far do you hit this club? How far does it go? We want to pick a target relative to that, and we want to start to think like we're on the golf course. We want to think, right, I'm hitting towards a flag, I'm hitting towards a green, so I need to set up for that. And now we start to go into more like you would on a golf course. So visualising your shot, standing behind the ball, thinking about how you're going to hit that, and then coming in and setting up for those shots. So I build my stance, I'm into the shot, and now I can go through that, hit the shot, hold my finish, and that's started perfectly online. Hit the little fade that I normally do play with, but I've gone through just like I'm on a golf course. I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about what I would need to do, I'm having my routine, so when I go onto the golf course, everything is the same out there. What we might do after we've hit a couple towards the same target is, again, think about a couple of holes on your golf course where you might hit a mid-iron. Think about a par 4 where you've hit your driver, you've got that mid-iron left. You're going to give yourself a target, so you're going to have a flag, pick a target on the range, and then you're going to give yourself a little bit of room either side. So if you do overfade it, has it missed the green, has it hit the green, how far away is that? And we'll start to see a pattern. So I'm going to now go to the left. So again, I'm going to stand behind the ball, visualise the shot.
And one thing which I'd recommend people do here as well is utilise your clubs. So when Chris is looking at this alignment, just throw something down just to help you there, so that you can have, obviously we're not on the golf course, we can have something to help us. You wouldn't be able to do this in a tournament, but it helps so much if you are trying to improve your aim.
Yeah, so if you've got an alignment stick or a club, nice and easy, put that down there, because you might see if you're starting to lose a lot of shots to the right or to the left, it could be, I could be losing shots to the right because I'm stood there looking over my shoulder, which me and James see a lot. I'm looking over his shoulder, yeah, I'm aimed perfect. Right, but if I look down now, I'm not square to my target line, and that's the main thing. A lot of people think that by looking at the target, they're aimed correctly, but we start to shuffle around, and then I could hit a great shot here, and that's a great strike, but that's
a lovely shot, actually.
40, 50 yards right of my target, and you start to then question yourself, why have I hit it so far right? I must have left the club face wide open. No, that was a straight shot, but I've just not got my alignment. And how many times you do that on the golf course and start to think, right, what have I done wrong here? Could it be this? Could it be that? You give yourself 8 or 9 different reasons, and it starts to become very difficult. So James is going to show you what you would then do with the next 20 balls, 30 balls even, because we've only hit 20, what he would do to end his practice if he's going on the golf course, or how to finish it to give you the confidence when you get on that first tee.
So guys, you can see I have now sectioned off some more golf balls here, so I've got 4 lots of 5. Now I'm going to treat this as though this isn't a warm-up for a round, this is just a practice session in the winter here at the driving range. So I've got a few fundamentals I want to work on. If you're having golf lessons, it's imperative you make this time as productive as possible. You don't just want to come, start whaling driver, start seeing how far you can hit your irons. Oh, I now hit my 6-iron 180 yards. I can go and tell my coach that, because they're not going to care. They're going to want to know how much time have you put in on the drills that they've given you, and how much do you think that's helping you play better golf. So you can see here, what I've done is I've set up a few different balls. I've still got the alignment aid down here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 5 shots with a little bit of a practice drill. So my practice drill at the moment is trying to keep that left arm tucked in whilst keeping the club head outside my hands. And from there, once I've done that, I'm going to go to the top of the backswing and just hit some shots. Now the strikes here for me don't particularly matter too much, because I'm trying to ingrain in a movement and a feeling. Those actually weren't too bad, but again, this isn't what I'm trying to get out of this. I'm just trying to feel, yeah, there. That was the movement, up to the top and go through. Gradually, you probably will start to see that the strikes feel better through time, because your hand-eye coordination is being worked on as well. But I'm basically just trying to get reps in here to make that golf swing feel different. This bit feels really, really strange, but if it doesn't feel strange, then you're not necessarily working on it too much. So that's 5 drills done. I'll probably take a little bit longer over them. I'll probably have a couple of waggles and a few kind of moveaways here just to get into my position. I'm not timing this session. This session's over when I feel like I've improved. Then what I'd do is I'd pull the other 5 in. I'm not going to hit them all, but I would just hit shots. So I'd think about it a little bit. But you see, I'm just hitting more shots with more of a fluid rhythm. We're just thinking this is how I would play on the course. I'd give myself a target. The target isn't for my ego. The target is for me to think, right, has it gone right? Has it gone left? What's happening with this club face? Then from there, once I've hit those, I'd go into these 5 again. And you guessed it, guys, I would go through the drills again. But what we're doing here is structurally changing your golf swing whilst also keeping it playable, because it's so important that you do keep it playable. If you start just doing drill, you still want to go and play golf on a weekend and enjoy it. Then you're going to step on the first tee, not know your bum from your elbow, pardon the Yorkshire phrase there, but it's really important you do keep it playable. Then you might jump onto a driver, you might hit a couple of fairway woods, again doing the drills if you're comfortable with it. But that is how, guys, you're going to keep your practice as productive as possible whilst also keeping it playable. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed that. And apart from that, we'll see you all at the same time tomorrow, and we'll see you Sunday members at the weekend. Bye.